How can wealth influence freedom? We will discuss this in depth. There are significant differences between the terms wealth, money, and your position in society. You wish to strive for wealth from all three. A primary reason people want to build wealth in life is freedom. That comes in several forms. Today, we are discussing the idea of wealth as a facilitator of freedom. Money and wealth are different. Working for monies means you are exchanging your time and effort. In contrast, wealth is the fortune that grows above your direct input, making money while you sleep and continue to grow even if you decide to take a break. Even though anyone earns a lot of money, one can still have money problems. The immediate type of freedom wealth solves is freedom from money problems. The question of whether money can make you happy is still open, but one thing is sure: lack of money makes you unhappy. Unhappiness originates in our inability to get through life comfortably and unencumbered. Most people have difficulties becoming financially free. It is hard for them to escape money problems. The majority work multiple jobs within 4 or 5 decades. They believe the system they have worked in for all those years will secure aging well during the years of the elderly. Occasionally, they struggle with their finances until the end and pass on the debt to their children. Wealth solves this problem as long as you don't screw around with it. A house you live in does not contribute to the wealth if it requires you to go out and trade your time to pay the mortgage or utilities. When you rent it out to someone else, a house goes from a liability to an asset. To create wealth, you need value-creating assets. Escaping money problems is nothing new. Each generation has its version of wealth-building protocol. A cow used to be the most critical asset. It was because it gave milk and one could sell the milk if one decides. A man's wealth was determined by how many cows, sheep, and chickens he owned. The fundamental money problems are food and shelter. One finally becomes free once their income from wealth crosses the threshold of food and shelter. Following this, you have to expand it so that wealth can support the whole family and make tomorrow predictable from a money problem. No one can afford the luxury of working on a state of mind if their children have nothing to eat. The purpose of wealth is to let the individual live without money problems. Food taken care of, bills taken care of. The future is secure because you have enough to give yourself a fighting chance. And that takes us to the following type of freedom wealth facilitates: freedom to fail. Wealth determines how many times you can afford to fail and still do well. It's a luxury combined with timing, money, and mind toughness. If you are 18 years old, no family, and minimal overall expenses, you can start and fail multiple times. But what if you're 50? What if your family needs your salary to survive? Can you afford to quit your job? Can you work for the next 5 years on your startup without pay? Guess not. It is one of those incredible advantages that people born into wealthy families have. Although everyone dislikes the rich kids because they have done nothing to deserve the privileged situation they find themselves in. Deep down, we are probably all hypocrites because we all want our children to have access to the best possible resources to maximize their potential. If you build your wealth, you can afford to pursue any of your passions for the rest of your time. Even if it doesn't work out, you'll be fine. That's the main reason you need to solve the wealth problem first. There's a brilliant saying: to become a successful philosopher king, it is much better to start as a king than as a philosopher. Nassim Taleb says. The purpose of wealth is that you have this safety net. It allows you to try the things that you find interesting. We are very complex creatures forced into tiny boxes by the environment, hoping for efficiency and increased productivity. I hope you are enjoying our video essay on wealth. Do us a favor and hit the like button below this video. Also, let us all know how would you enjoy these freedoms in the comments below. Pause the video now because we'd like you to share it with us. And this takes us again to the following type of freedom wealth facilitates. Freedom to explore. We are multivariate individuals. Society forces us to choose which path in life we want to take. What do you want to be when you grow up? Adults usually ask children. Folks might be living a life they didn't choose for themselves. They haven't had the luxury of finding out. Do you like to pursue your true happiness? You shall make the time to grow and figure out what makes you happy and fulfilled. You can find your thing. You are likely to experience more. Eventually, choose the one that interests you the most. Furthermore, it doesn't stop there. For what interests you in one period of your life might not maintain said interest later. It should come as you evolve and develop an appetite for growth. The wealth allows you the luxury to explore and understand yourself within the world which you are molding. The more you learn about that, the more you become a part of it. Some things would fascinate you within the next decade. Our perception of the whole reality is limited. You don't know about it because you haven't explored the unknown deep enough. We all know there are things, we can feel it though. We are naturally curious beings. We are interested in exploring what makes us feel things. If you mix freedom to explore with an idea safe tomorrow, you end up with a particular type of freedom. Freedom to pursue passions. This type of freedom is exciting because we are not doing it for monetary gain. You don't go fishing to make money. Neither do you not play video games, build ships in a bottle, or spend time with your pet for profit. People are mainly doing it because it makes us feel good within. Passions require time, and time is valuable. Passions also need money, and money requires time to make money. You start recognizing the real difference of what you want instead of having to do it. True wealth is being able to choose how you use your time. Folks forgo their passions away as they do not fit with the demands of a busy society. Passions are not a necessity for survival. A life well lived paves passions all around. Therefore, most fall short. Anytime you trade a piece of yourself, there's less of you left. Eventually, you become broke and left empty. The purpose of wealth is not only to allow your passions to create a pleasant existence for you, it goes even beyond that. It is the ultimate freedom we will discuss now. Release from self and society. Do you know that never-ending voice in your head? It keeps trying to push you in one direction. Even if it's coming from within you, it's not your words. These are the words of people you've met. It's the voice of society that surrounds you. The voice wants you to have a safe job, settle down, to fit in the box. It is true of those who have not yet got themselves into proper shape. Society's way of making people work is to squeeze them into the hole it finds near the individual. So most people's entire lives are wrapped up in the immediate environment. You met your partner within a 30-minute radius of your home. You found your job around. Now you own an apartment there. It's all pretty convenient for your current lifestyle. But there are two selves within us. There's the true self, the one we would become if all doors were open to us. Another identity is dictated by who we think society wants us to be. Wealth lets you put distance between your reality and that annoying voice. Your desire to have peace with your mind, being the observer of that voice, free of the worries. It allows you to be authentic and free of the need to impress people and pretend just for status. Wealth lets you be happy with who you are. You can change if you want to. We have the potential to be in constant change. We are not puzzle pieces meant to be inserted in specific gaps to fill in someone else's picture. We are colors that can go on a different canvas. We hope you have enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. We recommend you made your notes out of this. Please share with us your thoughts in the comments below. Give a like to this video and subscribe so you won't miss out the other parts on wealth. We appreciate you. Also, check our other videos on personal growth and business. Take care and see you next time.